Welcome back, trainers. We have another big week in Pokemon Go. We will cover event details, raid bosses, what to miss, and what to catch. So let's jump into May 26th through June 1st. All right, so Monday the 26th, we will be carrying over the Final Strike Go Battle Week event until Tuesday the 27th at 8 p.m. I covered this event in last week's video, so if you want the full details, make sure you check that out. The main quick takeaway from that is to take advantage of the raid typings we have active for evolving your Kubfu into the Urshifu form that you would like to see. And if you want more information on this evolutions, check out my video on that. I dive deeper into the Rapid Strike versus the Single Strike forms there. Now, as far as raids go on Monday, we'll be carrying over the raid bosses from last week of Mega Altaria and Tapu Bulu, and those will last us through the rest of the week. Again, I covered these last week, but the quick of it is get Mega Altaria for the Dex entry. It's also great in terms of its Mega form for the type advantage for the candy bonus. It's not great for raids and PvP and stuff like that, but it's a great Dex entry. And definitely try to get a good Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu is ranked number 16 in Grass-type raid attackers and number 7 in Fairy-type raid attackers. And it is also ranked 16th in the Master League. So try to get the best IV of Tapu Bulu that you possibly can. All right, now into the new stuff. So Monday at 6 a.m., the max battle rotation will change to feature Ghastly, Pidove, Phalanx, and Rookidee. All these can be shiny except for Rookidee, but it is taking the max Monday slot from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. During this time, all power spots will feature Dynamax Rookidee, and I do suggest going after Rookidee as it'll be an easy battle, and it'll be a great budget Dynamax Pokemon when it's evolved into Corviknight. But please do remember, it will get a G-Max form in the future, so if you have other flying types at your disposal, maybe just save up the candy and XL candy for when that Gigantamax form comes out. Now, I'm saying this because when you look at the rest of this rotation, you can easily skip Phalanx, and Ghastly is really just there for the candy grind for the G-Max form as well. Pidove, though, does not get a Gigantamax form, and it's a great, fantastic budget flying type attacker. So your resources won't be wasted if you dump them into Pidove evolved into Unpheasant. So maybe save that Rookidee candy for later on for that Gigantamax form, and instead, if you need a flying type, go after Pidove. Now, Tuesday the 27th at 3 p.m. Central, the Go Battle League will change, and this will feature the standard Great, Ultra, and Master Leagues to finish out this Might and Mastery season. Now, still on Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, we will have the weekly Spotlight Hour, where every Pokemon in the immediate area will be Golett. This will be paired with a 2x Catch Stardust bonus as well. So if you're out and about, you should consider dropping a Star Piece and Mega Evolving a Ghost or Ground-type Pokemon for the most candy and Stardust gains. I also suggest catching any Pokemon in your field research stack that are permanently Stardust boosted, Pokemon like Morlul, Fungus, Meowth, Shelder, and so on. Also at PokéStop showcases should be ending at 8 p.m. local time this day as well. So make sure you set an alarm, check what your standings are to work towards your showcase medal. Also, I'm going to be bringing a quick little blurb on how to easily change out your Pokemon that are in PokéStop showcases once I get around to that. Wednesday the 28th from 6 to 7 p.m., we will have the weekly Spotlight Hour featuring Tapu Bulu. Again, this Pokemon is definitely worth going after, and making use of the Raid Hour is important because it's the last time we will have the seasonal bonus of Rare Candy XL when catching a legendary Pokemon during the Raid Hour. Also, if you go to a community ambassador hosted meetup, make sure you check in to the meetup a little bit early, collect the timed research, which will give you a premium raid pass after you complete 2 raids and some other tasks. I'm going to go a little bit out of order here during the week and say that this will be our last weekend featuring Shadow Regirock in 5-star raids. So if you don't have that Dex entry yet, go ahead and get it. I wouldn't say to grind for the Shadow form. The non-Shadow form is definitely better. But if you want some candies and things, that option is out there. Now, let's get into the big ones. This is the debut of the Go Fest season, with our first in-person event happening Thursday and running through Sunday. We will see Go Fest in Osaka, Japan. All right, I'm not going to go crazy on Osaka Go Fest, but I will say you have an in-person event. We now have costume Pikachus that are coming, okay? And then we will have the debut of Volcanion in that special research that you get if you are a ticket holder. Debut shinies for Frigibacks as well as Carbink. So finally, after this event, we can stop hatching some normal Carbinks and wasting our time getting those. So that'll be awesome. Again, the Crown Forms Zacian and Zamazenta will wind up being in 5-star legendary raids, so those will be available, and we can do those remotely. You will not receive energy in person, only from the branching research, the special research that they have available. So you have access to it, but you will not be getting energy from those raids. So keep that in mind, especially if you're remote raiding. All right, and then we're going to have 4 rotating habitats. I'm just going to show those on screen really fast for everybody that needs to know what's there. Again, just check this page. This is just Pokemon Go's regular homepage if you are interested in these wild spawns for this event. There's a lot of great ones. Basically, everything can be shiny. There's a couple exceptions, but mostly everything can. We're also going to see the return of unknowns in the wild, probably from incense would be my guess, but they might be around as well. Most of these can be shiny, except they're showing that the W form cannot be shiny from some reason, but you have sword and shield, as well as the question mark and exclamation point unknowns. And then as well, we will also have different pattern Spindas available at each of the rotating habitats. Hawlucha, which is normally a regional Pokemon found in Mexico, will be available in person as well as snapshots that feature fan Rotom. So that's there. Collection challenges, field research tests, all that good stuff. A whole bunch of in-person event bonuses available, 2x catch candy being one of the ones that's going to be the best. Half hatch distance, lure modules, all that good stuff. Mostly that increased chance on shiny Pokemon. You can get 9 free raids a day. This is before you buy the Raid Lover Pass, so make sure you take advantage of that. And yeah, that about covers that. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but again, that information is out there for those of you that are looking and are going in person. And again, I wish you the best of luck. The other thing that Niantic is doing for those not attending in person is to get a small slice of that globally with the Serene Retreat event starting Friday the 30th at 10 a.m. local time and running through Tuesday, June 3rd at 8 p.m. During this event, we will have wild encounters of Chansey, Marill, Furfrou, Cutiefly, Morlo, Komala, and Hatenna. Rare spawns will include Snorlax and Chimecho. All of these can be shiny except for Hatenna. I would say they're pretty much all worth going after in their own right for different reasons. Morlul is Stardust boosted. Chansey, you need some XL candies for your Dynamax forms. Same with Snorlax. Things like that. Hatenna does get a Gmax form in the future, so definitely worth getting some candy. 2-kilometer eggs are going to have Chingling, Munna, Spritzy, and Swirlix, and all can be shiny. There will be an event-themed collection challenge and event field research tasks awarding Munna, Cutiefly, Morlo, Komala, and Hatenna. Event bonuses will include half hatch distance, 1.5 hatch XP, max particle collection limit increased to 1,600, 8 times max particles from power spots, increased chance to hatch shiny Munna, and encounter shiny Munna in field researches, and an increased chance for shiny Morlul in the wild and field researches. There's going to also be a $2 paid ticket that gives you 1.5 hatch Stardust, encounters with Munna, Morlul, and 2 super incubators, which is going to be good because it's a very egg-focused event. But, that's there. But we are also going to see the debut of Gigantamax Rillaboom in Pokemon Go on the weekend. It will be available Saturday and Sunday in 6-star max battles. So luckily they are giving us some max particle increase during this event to make the most of it. But make sure you get out there, check your local campfire for meetups, as Rillaboom's going to be in the rotation all day on both days, but it is still a 6-star Gigantamax boss. So you're definitely going to need some people to take it down. Check for local meetups. I'm going to make a separate video on top counters for Gigantamax Rillaboom, so make sure you subscribe and enable notifications for that. Also, there's a lot more content coming up in the next month of June with the Go Fest season. And there's 2 more Gigantamax Galar starters coming. And those are going to be fantastic. All 3 of these Galar starters actually kind of toppling the Kanto starters, if you can believe it or not. So stay tuned for that information. I'm going to be bringing you top counters for each one of those. Our PokeFam is planning on hitting up the New Jersey in-person Go Fest. If you are in the area, shoot a comment down below. We'll try to link up while we're out there. But for now, get out there and enjoy the game by yourself or with your PokeFam and friends. I'll catch you next time.